Okay, when I tell you that these are literally the best blueberry muffins you will ever have, I honestly mean it. They are super soft, are packed with blueberries, and have the most delicious crunchy streusel topping, which is a really easy way to take your muffins to that next level. So start off by preheating your oven to 170°C or 340°F with the fan on, and line a muffin or cupcake tray with liners. If your oven doesn't have a fan function, then increase the temperature to 190°C or 375°F. Okay, now once that's done, just set your muffin tray aside for now, and next we're going to start on our streusel topping, which is also sometimes called a crumble. So all you need to do is to a bowl add in 100 grams or half a cup of white granulated sugar, 65 grams or half a cup of all-purpose flour, and half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Then just give that a little mix. And then once it's well combined, add in 56 grams or 4 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter. Then again, just give that a little mix, and to finish off the mixing, I like to just use my hands, and this just helps with making sure everything is mixed really well. And then once you're done, this is what the texture of your crumble should look like. Okay, now just set your crumble aside for now, and next we're going to sift together our dry ingredients for our muffin batter. So I've got 190 grams or 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. And then just give that a little mix with a whisk, and then also set aside for now. Next, grab a large bowl, and to that add in 150 grams or 3/4 of a cup of white granulated sugar, 1 large egg, 45 grams or a 1/4 cup of melted unsalted butter, 52 grams or a 1/4 cup of unflavoured vegetable oil, I use canola oil, 120 grams or half a cup of milk, just make sure it's at room temperature, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of lemon zest, and 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Adding a touch of lemon to your blueberry muffins honestly takes it to that next level, trust me. And then using a whisk, just mix that all together until well combined. Now you just want to grab your dry ingredients from earlier and add that into your wet batter, and then using a spatula, just gently fold that in until it's just combined. You don't want to overmix this. And then to finish off the batter, add in 150 grams or 1 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries. I'm using frozen. Now, if you are using frozen berries like me, then you don't want to let them thaw. Otherwise, they'll become all kind of mushy when you're mixing them through the batter. And then again, just using a spatula, gently fold the berries in until it's just combined and evenly mixed through the batter. Again, do not overmix. Now you can just leave your blueberry muffins like this and bake as is, which should give you about 11 muffins. Or my last tip for you guys to really amp up your blueberry muffins is to add in little bits of cream cheese. Trust me, it is so good, and it's totally worth the little bit of extra effort. So if you want to do this step, then simply place 125 grams or 1 cup of cream cheese in a bowl, and using a fork, just kind of mash it and make it nice and smooth so it's easy to scoop. Then grab your muffin tray and begin by filling about a tablespoon of batter into each liner. And you want to make sure you have some blueberries in each scoop. Then place half a teaspoon of the cream cheese into each liner, sticking to one side, so place them all on either the left or the right. And I'll explain why I'm doing this shortly. Then once that's done, add in another tablespoon of the muffin batter into each liner, and you want to use up all your batter at this point, so if you have a little left in the end, just kind of distribute it evenly across the liners. Then place another half teaspoon of the cream cheese in the liners on the opposite side of where you placed the first lot. So for example, if you placed your first kind of dollops of cream cheese on the left of your liners, then place the next dollop on the right side of the liners. So the reason I'm doing this is just so that the cream cheese is distributed throughout the muffin, so you get a nice little bit of it in each bite. And then to finish off, grab that streusel topping that we made earlier and place a generous amount on the top of each muffin, and just push it down gently so it kind of sticks to the top of the muffin. This crumble is honestly one of the best parts of these muffins, so make sure that you use it all up. Okay, and now that is it. So you just want to place these into the oven for 28 minutes or until a toothpick comes out with a few moist crumbs. Don't worry about the blueberries getting on your toothpick. As long as there isn't any raw batter, then you're good. So my muffins are done now. I cannot tell you how incredible these smell. They've been cooling in the tins for about 20 minutes, and now I'm just going to transfer them onto a wire rack to completely cool. You want to make sure they've had some time to cool before transferring them onto a rack, just to make sure that they don't break apart. And that is literally it. They are ready to enjoy. These muffins are bursting with blueberry flavor. The crumble on the top adds a nice crunchy element to the muffins, and the little touch of cream cheese also adds a nice creamy element, which, you know, it all just goes so well together. Honestly, they're just so good. And the little touch of lemon just also comes through so nicely. It just all goes so well. It's so good. Honestly, if I ever open a bakery, these muffins are going to be on the menu, no doubt. So that is it, guys. If you do decide to give this recipe a go, then don't forget to leave a review on my blog. It really helps my content out, and I love hearing from you guys. I'll see you in the next video.